さっきベルト先生と話をしたんだけど、いくつか面白い物語を聞かせてもらったよ。彼が言うには、長さが50メートルくらいある巨大ロボットにしか扱えない星崩しの体験っていうのがあるんだって。僕にも扱えないことは分かっているけど、それでも一度この目で見てみたいな。アニメ？なるほど。実在する剣じゃなかったのか。でも、この構想自体は実現できると思わない？星崩しの体験。うん。帰って将軍に話してみるよ。もしかしたら構造師が喜んで作ってくれるかも。50メートルの剣、想像するだけでワクワクする。あ、そういえば先生、僕最近気づいたことがあるんだ。外を見て。こうしてラフを眺めていると巨大な剣に見えてこない？これってつまり僕は毎日5剣飛行してるってことだよね。
ねえあんた、普段のベルトってどういう人なの？そうそう、それ実はさっきベルトに私は元シルバーメインの機械工だってことを伝えたんだ。そしたらなんでか造物エンジンの話になって、ベルトのテンションが急に上がったからびっくりしたよ。造物エンジンの技術企画仕様についてとか、乗ったことがあるのかとかすごい勢いで聞かれたけど、残念ながら私も実際に造物エンジンを見たことはないんだ。話してるうちに私も興味が湧いてきてさ。よし、今度時間を作って北の谷の方に行ってみようかな。 Noise. Noise.
What is it? Do you need something? There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster, but Blade would have gotten straight to the point. It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care. Just as I thought, there was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. I can't put her in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu about the Stellaron hunters.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuh. Fates are intertwined.
Huh? I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Dan Heng.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100 years' salary if they like.
That won't be necessary. The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I should be apologizing for any damage I caused myself.
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Dan Heng. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
No. If the general isn't available, I'll come back another day.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wing Weaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu asked to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Lafu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Imbibitor Lunae, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
Master Dan Heng, she's asking for you specifically.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Lafu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
Do we know each other?
The answer to that is both yes and no. However, your cold and indifferent tone is identical to the person I knew back then. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lunae's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the Moltene rebirth and turned you into what you are now.
You're not here to reminisce on old times. Tell me why you're here.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it clear as day. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuu has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragon's breath. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue-twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Luofu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master The mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general. The five of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Heng, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Heng. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Noise.
正確な邪推がまだ残ってる。気をつけて。
我ら二人のことは心配無用だ。上月変身。
月光を剣とす。我に力を。ふわっ。おやすみ。すべてを照らさん。月光を剣とす。
上月変身。
月光を剣とす。我に力を。すべてを照らさん。
着いたよ。海星港の大半の船はここで製造を始める。からくりに指示を入力すれば精査の種子を培養する容器が起動する。しばらくすると空港に新たな船が一隻できるんだ。思い出した。白樹って名前本で見たことがあるよ。
本を好んで読むのか？意外だな。
いいだろ別に。普段はあまり読まないけど、策について教わってた時に将軍様にたくさん読まされたんだ。その時読んだ本、外界性査証欄の著者が白樹だった。
上出来だ小僧。そう、白樹はその本の著者だ。
10ページのうち9ページは作者の精査がいろんな世界に墜落してたびたび危険な目に遭う内容で面白かったよ。それから現地の生物分類と生態に関する記録も載ってた。あれを読んだ時は精査を動かすたびに墜落させる人を飛行士って呼べるのか疑問だったけど、でも今思い返すとその危険をいつも好転させて無事生還してるんだから、その強運はすごいものだよね。
ああ、確かにいつも人を驚かせるほど不運な子だった。精査で出征すれば北条の民の居住に飲み込まれたり、敵陣の後方に墜落したりしたものだ。おかげであの子が乗っていた精査が元の原型を保ったまま寄港したことはほとんどない。天白氏の者たちからは精査殺しとまで呼ばれてた。あの口が思いつきで言った悪いことは十中八九現実となってな。その恐ろしさゆえ、次第に運気軍の中には彼女と同行しようとする者がほぼいなくなっていた。だが生き延びることだけに関しては驚くほど恵まれていた。どんな基地に陥ろうともあの子は切り抜けてきたからな。運も実力のうち、あの精査殺しのために作った船も彼女のように正解へ帰ることを祈ろう。
これでよし、精査の製造が始まったよ。しばらくしたら精査は自動的に組み上がって空港に入る。そこで待とう。
助かった小僧。
ほら見て、精査がもう完成した。
ラフを離れどれだけ経ったか。やっとお前に別れを告げることができるな。
白樹先輩はその後どうなったの？
その後か。言うまでもないだろう。何しろあの子の最後を弔うために立っているのだからな。陰月よ、出骨を切ったあの一戦を覚えておるか？
北条の司令出骨が大軍を率いて同盟に攻めてきた。優秀国で読んだ歴史書にそう書いてあった。
ほう、生まれ変わった後に自分の前世を取り戻そうとしたのか。ただその後は何者かによって消された。 北条の司令出骨による侵略。その決戦後は行方が不明となっている。亡骸の記述すら見当たらない。教えてやろう。あの一戦で白寿のうつけはついに低級に賜った運を使い切った。奴は一人で戦陣に飛び込んだのだ。それにより同盟の兵士たちは出骨のケチズ極海を突破し、そしてお前を琉境から呼び戻した。だが白寿が再び戻ってくることはなかった。我らは皆返せない借りを作ってしまったというわけだ。運気軍にとって戦場で死することは誉れである。だが陰月、お前はそれに納得しなかった。お前は白寿が命を落としたことを受け入れられず、あの子に、安らかに眠るはずだったあの子に取り返しのつかない過ちを犯した。何も言うな。もう答えなど重要ではない。陰月よ、我は今よりこの星座を旅立たせる。お前の主公を持ってきたぞ、白寿。これはもともとあいつがお前のために掘ったものなのだが、自分の手で渡すことが叶わなかったのだ。すまぬ。最近になりようやくこれを見つけてな。この主公をお前に送ることで我は少しの間だけ悪夢から覚めることができそうだ。お前に託されたことは必ずや成し遂げよう。たとえ星を切り落とすことになろうとも、その約束をたがえることはない。さあ、行こう。次は構造市に向かうぞ。やれやれ、剣木がよみがえり、至る所に意味物がおるな。構造紙の重物、増加航路まで危ういではないか。
突然の出来事だったからね。話によると多くの匠や弟子が慌ただしく逃げた中、ある老師だけが残ってここを守ったと聞いたよ。それで外からの支援を迎え入れて増加航路を救ったらしい。
ほう、面白い。命を顧みず頑くなに意志を貫くとは、その様は願望の強いある旧友を思い起こさせる。奴が構造師のこの低たらくぶりを見たら、 先囚人を無能と笑うだろうな。
そんなことない。危機を前に命を惜しんで運気軍の到着を待つことの何が悪いっていうの？
だがその気球の時に運気軍は来たのか？ここを救ったのは種族の旅人だと聞いたが。
ラフの同点は広いから。それに多くの部隊が妖精の征伐に参加していた。だから運気軍も隅々にまで目を配れなかったんだ。あの時は人手が足りなくて。
そうだ小僧、前回の勝負をもう一度やらぬか。お前の誇る剣術がどれほど進歩したのか見てやろう。
僕の手を借りてここを掃除したいだけだろ。自首した犯罪者だっていうのに注文の多いやつだね。
今回はお前が先に行け。増加航路で合流しよう。
どうしてわざとあの子を行かせた？
他でもない。お前と長く手合わせをしていなかったからな。
俺は戦うつもりなどない。
槍先を我に向けろとは言っていないだろう。ここの意味物で十分だと思うが。上月変身。生まれ変わったとはいえお前の技は奴とほぼ変わらぬ。
俺の動きはまるで
何も忘れていないかもよ。
打ち崩せ！
全てを照らさん！
もっと頑張ってよ、お姉さん。どうしたの？今回は随分と遅いね。
慌てるな、陰月。我にもう少し付き合え。上月変身。その槍はまだ主を覚えておる。陰月よ、それを誕生した者のことを覚えておるか？
この槍は俺が追放された時からずっとそばに。いつからこれを振るっていたのか覚えてはいない。
炎のエリア断ち切れ！おやすみ。その程度我に力を。月光を剣とす。すべてを照らさん。ほんの気持ちよ、気にしないで。我に力を。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ！おやすみ。炎のエリア断ち切れ！我に力を。すべてを照らさん。月光を剣とす。
自分はタンフーの生まれ変わりで、奴の罪とは何の関係もないと自分に言い聞かせることはできる。 もうすべてを忘れたと言い続けることもできる。だが炭鉱、お前は戦いから逃れられない。その槍術は陰月のと全く同じだ。戦いは火事のごとく劣化で不純物を溶かし、人の内なる本性をさらけ出す。お前にその激運を打ってやった者の言葉だ。覚えておるか？我らの中で奴と一番近かった者といえばお前だろう。願望の強い者が自尊心の強いもう一人と気が合うとはな。
この槍の鋭さは龍鱗をも貫くほどだ。気をつけろ。傷を負うことになっても知らんぞ、龍尊様。
ほう、まだその名を覚えておったのだな。奴がまだガキの頃、意味物への復讐に燃えて政界を渡り、学びを求めて泉州にやってきた。初めて会った時は我の剣よりも背の低い幼子だった。100歳しか生きられぬ身だというのに、構造師の万般の工芸を学び尽くすと言っておったな。あの子犬は龍尊に引けを取らぬぐらい傲慢であったぞ。我はあの理想だけを追い求める堅くなな性格がもともと気に食わなかった。だが再び会うと、奴の作った武具は匠たちでさえ及ばぬ域に達していた。構造師の頭目に与えられる百夜の称号をも手にしていたのだ。しかし残念なことにあれは一介の短命種。同盟が構造師を任せるわけがない。結局奴は我らのような衣類たちの隣で暖を取るしかなかった。
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Yingxing is still alive?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered, and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuu. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Dunhung! What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she
won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Ah. I can smell the herbs. It's a... Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
So this is why your hands are so cold! This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand!
In the lunar flame.
To guard and defend! Crush them! Lend me your strength! Lance forward!
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
That's better.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Lend me your strength! Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Luofu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye. A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuu, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuche. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuu, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist, but this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days could flow indefinitely before us, like a Cienjo lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, Why did you and Imbibitor Lune commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Imbibitor Lune, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Welcome to the Inner Astral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to a new episode of Inner Astral Peace broadcast. We are here to bring you the latest news from across the galaxy.
Signal transmissions from Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu 6 have been detected. This could mean that there are still survivors on the icy planet.
The Omen Vanguards have warned the Sigmar 3 galaxy about the potential spread of malignant silicone-eating bacteria.
The armed archaeologists of the Intelligentsia Guild have discovered a miniature galaxy on Helm. Further investigation is being conducted.
It has been confirmed that the Cremators are responsible for the Holstein aphasia. Galaxy Rangers have announced that they are working on retrieving stolen memories, and that the investigation is ongoing.
Let's take a closer look at the details.
A sales rep from the Jingliuuuuuuuuuuuuuu branch of the Inner Astral Peace Appliances told us that signal transmissions have been detected from Jingliuuuuuuuuuuu 6, a planet that has been sealed under heavy snow for over 700 years.
The IPC responded promptly and performed an analysis on the signals.
The message that the signals contain states that the natives of the planet have survived the catastrophe that happened many Amber eras ago, and recently received help from a group known as the Nameless, which allowed them to put an end to the eternal freeze.
The IPC has sent out investigators to assess the situation on Jingliuuuuuuuuuu 6. Let us hope the survivors can return to the path of preservation as soon as possible.
The Omen Vanguards recently reached out to the IPC and warned about the spread of a certain strain of bacteria.
Members from the Vanguards have asked the IPC to alert the residents that there are signs of an outbreak of a malignant silicone-eating bacteria in Sigmar 3. The bacteria had previously been seen proliferating in Molus 2.
Experts from the Intelligentsia Guild suggest that this type of bacteria can peel off the silicone atoms stored in the vast majority of silicates and silicone compounds via violent biochemical reactions. It will then use these silicone atoms to duplicate itself.
In this process, the bacteria will generate a membrane that is highly corrosive. When not handled properly, this type of bacteria can pose a serious hazard to health and safety.
The IPC calls upon the leaders of mechanical life forms in Sigmar 3 to take action to contain the bacteria and safeguard public health.
The spokesperson of the armed archaeologists under the Intelligentsia Guild stated in a recent press conference that a squad dispatched to Helm has discovered a miniature galaxy in a cave located near the planet's southern tropical latitudes.
The squad was conducting demolition missions on certain mountain ranges when they discovered a curious facility in the shape of a container. After investigation, the squad was convinced that there was a subspace field within the facility and confirmed its function.
The squad leader told the IPC that the subspace field they had discovered was in fact a miniature artificially made galaxy, and that they were fairly certain that it was still populated as they spoke.
As of now, the squad has been carrying out further work in an attempt to contact the galaxy's residents. We will bring you more updates on this developing story as they become available.
A member of the Galaxy Rangers who wishes to remain anonymous claims that the Cremators are behind the Holstein aphasia that occurred in early 2157 AE.
Research from reliable sources suggests that certain criminal groups snatched all the memories relating to language from the residents of Holstein via unconventional means.
The residents of Holstein have since lost the ability to produce speech. To this day, the Holstein galaxy remains silent.
There is some good news, though. With the help of the IPC, the residents of Holstein have learned to communicate through written language.
And this is the end of our broadcast. Please tune in for our next episode. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.